Loni Love went from copiers to comedy, and she's never looked back. She's a former Xerox engineer who became a finalist on Star Search, and she realized she could make a living by being funny. Her new book offers relationship advice for women. It's called Love Him or Leave Him, but Don't Get Stuck with the Tab. It's published by Simon & Schuster, which, by the way, is a division of CBS. But we are delighted you are here, Loni Love. I was reading yesterday, laughing out loud all by myself. But I want to give people a background of you, because when you were an engineer and you said to your family, I want to be a comedian, they thought, you're nuts, you're crazy, and you're not that funny.
Because, you know, that was a good job, okay? An engineering job is a really good job, and they thought I was crazy, and they didn't think I was that funny anyway. But now, look at me. I'm sitting here with Gayle King and Charlie Rose. So, mama.
I told you so.
Okay?
Do you remember the first time you made somebody laugh and what that felt like? How'd you do that?
I was a little girl. I was in a little pageant, Little Miss Detroit, 1972.
Miss Detroit, yeah.
And I fell, and my tiara fell off, and everybody started laughing. I wasn't embarrassed, and I'm like, I really like the feeling of seeing the look on people's faces when they smile. And I'm like, so I just started doing it. But, you know, being from the projects in Brewster, in Detroit, I just, you know, I wanted to get an education. My mom always stressed that. So I got the education, became the engineer, but, you know, entertainment was in my blood.
How hard was it to make the transition? I mean, what were the kind of roadblocks or the barriers you had to pierce?
Well, first of all, I had to decide if I really wanted to do it professionally, because stand-up is really hard for women nowadays. That's why you don't see a lot of women, you know, on the roads and things like that. So I had to make a decision to not have a traditional lifestyle, and that means not actually getting married or having children. I actually decided to concentrate on my career.
Yeah.
And I did the road for 3-4 years, and then I got the book deal offer. And I actually, my first live national television hit was on Star Search, the revived one.
Yeah, yeah.
And Les Moonves picked me out of 12 comics. He picked me to actually be on the show.
And here you are sitting here today. Charlie, she has great dating advice. For instance, to set the mood, you say,
yes,
you either sprinkle the bed with bacon bits, yes, or the scent of lavender.
Yes.
Is Charlie lavender or bacon bits?
He looks like a lavender type of man. I can tell, but I can get you on bacon bits. Yeah, okay. We're going to keep it clean, Gayle. Yes. I see you nervous over there.
Oh, no, because listen, there's nothing that he can't handle.
Okay.
You said your mom always told you never be a side dish, that you always want to be the main course.
That's right. And I think that's the whole advice that I'm giving to women, to love themselves first, and then they can find the perfect man and make a master list. Like, I have a list, you know.
What's on the list?
What's on the list?
My list is quite simple, Charlie.
All right.
I like a tall man. I like a man that can find the United States on the map. I like a man that can sit in the middle seat so I can sit on the side seat and sleep on him. See, just make a list, ladies. Ladies are making this complicated. Keep it simple and keep it to yourselves and stick to it, but do not get stuck with the tab. And how
many of these men have you found?
Yeah. Oh, I found a whole bunch, Charlie. You know, because I travel all across the United States of America and Canada. Hey, Brad in Canada.
And when you're talking about the tab, you don't mean the bill. That's not what you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about emotions. I'm talking about any type of things that is going to weigh you down as a woman, you know. Because I think that's what women have to get back to, is actually loving themselves first. And when they love themselves and they know what they're going to want in life, you know. And that's all this is. It's a comedy book, but it's sprinkled with advice, and it's something that we can all laugh at.
And we all go through a phase, no matter how good the relationship is, Charlie. She said you look at the partner next to you and you're just irritated.
If you look at the person and they irritate you, you know you made a bad choice.
Yes.
Exactly. And sometimes you need to get out of it, or sometimes you need to try to repair it a little bit. But, you know, my thing is, how many times have you heard your friends, you know, complaining about somebody?
Yep.
I don't want to tell you leave him or stay with them. All I say is don't get stuck with the tab and love yourself first. Hear it from your heart. You'll be okay.
All right, Loni.
So what about all these men you found that will sit in the middle aisle seat? Are you settling on one?
I got a couple of them, so I'm a satisfied single, Charlie. Now, you know, I like traveling and doing my thing. So, but I got a couple of them.
Yeah, you love yourself first. You love yourself first.
You said, do you want to hang out too?
Yeah, you want to hang out too, Charlie?
Charlie's very busy, Loni.
Put me on that black screen. I love you, Charlie Rose. You are history. You know that?
Thank you.